Good morning, everybody. It's taken me just a little bit to wake up this morning. And goodness knows I had enough coffee. Goodness. I think DT Driver and we went to bed so early yesterday between the heat, the water, just stuff that we had to do around the yard. You ever woke up in the morning and your back hurts because you've been in the damn bed for too long? That was my lazy ass this morning. Mary Beth, now that woke me up. Member for 10 months. Happy Monday to you, if there is such a thing. If there is such a thing as a happy Monday. But I tell you what, over the weekend, many of you reached out to me. A couple of you suggested that I go to Oklahoma City to check out what is going on with Estefani Rodriguez. I mean, I could go down there and put up some flyers and everything, but I don't think I'm going to be much help finding her. If you have somewhere to guide me and people to talk to, well, then maybe. I've got friends in the city. But a lot of you reached out. And the messages and emails became more complicated. So I started doing a deep dive. And I realized we have some issues with this case. Now, unlike some people, I do not believe this is any kind of hoax. I believe she is truly missing. The piece of the puzzle I can't put in, though, is, well, there's a lot of things, okay? I'm not going to lie. The piece of the puzzle I can't put in is the response by Oklahoma City Police Department. I also want to know if the state troopers in our state have been informed. Don't get me wrong, there are some real lazy cops, not just in Oklahoma, but everywhere. They haven't even put it on their social media. We're going to talk about that. It doesn't make any sense to me because Oklahoma City Police Department, they put up all kinds of goofy shit, okay? They'll put up, has anyone seen this guy? He walked out of Shoe Carnival with some high heels. Has anyone seen this couple? They appear to have a Nike box and didn't check out. Missing dog from over by the TA in Oklahoma City. Or, elder alert. This person could be 105 years old. They were outside mowing their lawn and they have nobody in the family's heard from them. So what's going on here? It's not like no one has reached out to Oklahoma City PD. Justin talked to him yesterday. Something's up and I don't know what it is. Unlike a few other people, I am not about to jump all over law enforcement yet, because I very rarely do that. Now, Astro just gave me a reminder. In the Jesse McFadden case, I didn't jump all over law enforcement. I jumped all over the Department of Corrections because they're the ones that let him out for good behavior and good hygiene. It wasn't law enforcement per se. So, all in all, they normally do their job. Has anyone contacted the OSBI? I mean, I have a lot of questions that only the family can answer. The state troopers, OSBI, there's other agencies that can help. But let's take a minute and tell everybody happy Monday. And let's see what is going on here. And also remember, law enforcement doesn't like to cause a public panic until they have more deets. Again, I don't know until we hear more from the family. But the case is sus deluxe. Let me go through your comments. And hell, live, I'll call Oklahoma City Police my damn self and ask them what is really going on. I have a feeling they're going to tell me the exact same thing they told Justin yesterday. And by the way, this dragging of my friends Justin and ICU when they spent their weekend trying to help, no bueno. No bueno. Both Justin and ICU have been wrong about things. They've smelled the wrong shit, just like me, and then they own it. They're like, okay, now that I have more information, I was wrong about that. They correct it. But what is being said is not cool at all. Is there an RSO in the family? Damn right there is. Is it reported that he was not in Oklahoma when Estefani disappeared? Yep. Is the family saying that they have nothing to do with him? Yep. Exactly. I think we've been around enough RSOs to know they have quite a web to get what they want. This is not my first circus. This is not my first rodeo. And I'm happy that ICU found that information and she called it out. Hey, look, we all have an asshole in the family. Just own up to it and move along. Don't pull the whole, oh, we don't talk to him. We don't talk to him when he's posting about the missing child. Let's get to your comments from the community tab of what I posted over the weekend. All right, Picking Daisies said, by the way, not that Daisy. Nothing they stated would suggest a runaway other than her being gone. Why are vanishing children being called runaways? Hey, your guess is as good as mine. Call me simple, but if you don't have sight of a child, it needs to be all hands on deck. Now, don't get me wrong. Every investigation has different components and needs to be treated a different way. So if just a few weeks ago, Oklahoma City police were posting about an endangered runaway, why not Estefani? What are we missing? What are we missing? If they are using their social media, no offense to the puppies, to talk about lost dogs and everything, then why not Estefani? All right, here's their Facebook page. All right. Okay, they're talking about the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon. This girl said, please share Estefani Rodriguez's information. She did not run away. There is something super suspicious, and there have been no efforts made on your end to help find her. She is 13. She was staying at their second home for one night before heading to Texas for vacation. Please. Good on you. Now we have a happy Saturday. Visiting people in the community. Olympic City. Okay. I don't think there's any Olympians on there. Something from the mayor. Here we go. Larceny detectives looking for this guy. Anyone know this guy? Anyone know him? Several of our officers were promoted this week. Okay, good for them. So they got a cookie that day. Let's see. National Take Your Dog to Work Day. All righty. Okay. 1983, when they needed people to apply. All right. So you can see they post a lot of stuff. Oh, this guy, cash reward possible. When they say possible, it means, well, you're not going to get any damn money. The subject pictured below got into an altercation with a convenience store employee as he was leaving the business. The suspect fired a shot at the employee. Thankfully, the clerk wasn't struck. If you recognize this individual, contact Crime Stoppers. Cash reward possible, and then there's the case number. All right, so he got into it at 7-Eleven. All right. They're talking about Juneteenth right there. Here's another one. Robbery detectives looking for somebody at the damn Family Dollar. What the hell did he steal? Well, they got some plastic swimming pools there. Looks like some chips. I don't know what the hell he's got that bandana on. Okay. All right. This is when they were looking for a horse. They got the horse wrangled. That was 6 days ago. The Financial Crime Unit wanting to identify someone. This is the officers out playing tennis, I guess. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Told everybody Happy Father's Day. Here's somebody else they're looking for. Although not the best photos, we're hopeful someone will recognize this man. Taking a close look at the tattoo on his right arm. He assaulted a man, then stole his wallet at a convenience store near Reno and Rockwell. Any tips can be submitted anonymously through Crime Stoppers. All right, so that's all they've got, and this is on June 14th. Now then, here's the issue with the date of when this beautiful girl went missing. This poster says June 12th, 2024. Okay, that's on a Wednesday. This one says June 13th, 2024. That's on a Thursday. This one says June 14th, 2024. That's on a Friday. When did she go missing? It can't be the 12th, 13th, and 14th. No. And also, you're going to get really confused by all the family labels. You hear, this is my stepdad's daughter, or this is my stepdad's stepdaughter. It's a step. It's like, who's her mama? Who's her daddy? And why aren't they talking? By the way, these posters are not from the police department. These are ones made by missing groups around the internet. There's nothing official from Oklahoma City. What the hell is going on? Back to your comments. That Ellen, 74, by the way, gorgeous picture. She said she ran out to the car to get a charger. That does not sound like she ran away at all. I know anything is possible, but she's a young teen. Law enforcement should treat any disappearance of a child as a kidnapping or coerced runaway, meaning lured away by an adult. Law enforcement knows in this day and age how prevalent the problem is. I agree. I know a lot of people are raising hell that law enforcement hasn't taken her phone. Take it to them. Take it to them. Take it to the OSBI. Go to KOCO. Hold the phone on TV and say, they didn't even come get this. I don't care if it's the doctor, your accountant, the veterinarian, or law enforcement. You have to be the biggest mouth in the room. Something is going on very strange here. And again, I don't know what it is. SP88 said, run away my ass. Why don't they do their job and look for her? More likely to be a snatch and grab, in my opinion. I have a lot of questions about the phone. Now we're going to go through this and then we're going to go through it again. This is a video posted by Carrie Moody. She's done a lot of great work on this. Okay, now watch her. Some people will say this is staged. Why? I don't know, because they don't know these people. The family, not all of them, but the family moved to Arkansas. I've got 2 dates, August of 2023 and January of 2024. Either way, they live in Arkansas. They were on the way to the beach in Texas, Crystal Beach, Texas. They stopped in Oklahoma City, they say is their second house. Their second home. We can barely afford one home, but they have 2 homes. At this second home in Oklahoma City, a stepsister, and you can hear a baby, live there. I don't know who else lives there, and I really hope that the stepsister, who is supposedly 17, isn't the only one that lives there with the baby. Now, I do have a question, and I'm not throwing shade, it's an actual question. Now then, I'm sure a lot of you have home security. We have it for the outside. You see, because I'm not really worried about what DT Driver and OJ are doing on the inside. Their only security is on the inside. If you have a ring cam, I'll just use the term ring cam, in your living room, then why wouldn't you have it outside? Or do they? And I don't fret anybody for having it inside, but outside would be helpful as well. What needs to be monitored inside the house as opposed to the outside? Because, and this is according to them, they only have it on the inside. Well, I would rather catch a predator before they got in the house, not when they're in. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's all I know. A lot of people have inside and out, but I don't know of anyone that has just one on the inside. And if it was stolen, it was stolen. But had it been up, they would know what happened when she went to the driveway. Now, watch this with me. And okay, they're saying plaid PJ bottoms and a t-shirt and barefoot. Okay, you hear the baby crying. You hear the baby crying, which is very important. Okay, there's also a puppy dog laying on the floor. You see the puppy dog on the floor, and you have a baby crying. Let's go to what the stepdad, I believe he is, said. This is my stepdaughter. We woke up to her missing. Last time she is seen on our ring camera is at 3:15 this morning. We don't know if she ran away or stepped outside to get a charger for her phone and was abducted. The police have been no help as they assume she's a runaway. We have gone to friends in the area and have been driving the streets since 4 a.m. when her mother woke and didn't see her in her room. Please share. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a private person and wouldn't put this out if we weren't desperate. Okay, so she kicked her shoes off to go outside. That in itself doesn't make sense. I'm also going to say, unless they have the air conditioner cranked down to 60 degrees, not a lot of people in Oklahoma sleep in pajama pants in June. So think about that. Anyone that says, oh, I get cold at night, come to Oklahoma, because you won't. It'll be cured real damn fast. So that's what he's saying. Some people are kind of throwing shade at the mom saying, oh, so she just randomly woke up at 4 a.m. You hear a baby crying. That's gonna wake anyone up. Listen again, the baby's crying. Okay, so I see a charger coming out of whatever device this is. And I guess that charger wasn't charging her phone. But she leaves the phone, kicks off her shoes, but where does she go? Okay, she throws her hands up, but what is she throwing her hands up about? There's clearly a cord in front of her. I really hope Steph, as they call her, wasn't getting up with the baby. I really hope that wasn't what was going on. And she went to charge her phone. So you see a charger here, but she throws her hands up and looks at the Ring camera like, what am I going to do? Shannon said, looks like a PlayStation cord. Now, I've heard that those cords charge phones as well. My PlayStation days are over. My children are grown. So you would have to educate me on this. All right, watch her again. Okay, that clunk you hear is her kicking off her shoes. It almost seems to me that when she hears the baby cry, little Estefani, she goes to check on the baby. What the hell happened? That's how it appears to me. Okay, the baby stops crying, and it appears to me that she's got the flashlight on her phone. Okay, she plugs it in. Then we'll go from there. I think she threw her hands up in frustration because the baby was crying. She plugs it in. Again, the clunk is her kicking off her shoes at the time that the baby cries. Somebody in there was awake because it seems like she's talking to someone. It's just not picking up the audio. She kicks off her shoes. I would call it the hallway because you hear the clunk. Then the baby stops crying. She comes in, charges the phone. I think her throwing her hands up were because the baby was crying. Let's look at it again. There's a lot going on here. Who woke up the baby? That's what I want to know. And this can't be the whole video. The Ring camera didn't just start going at 3:15. What was going on before? Does anyone have an idea what the beep is? Because I don't know how the house is set up. Do they have a keypad to get outside? Did she get up because a friend wanted her, maybe a boyfriend or something, to meet them outside? I don't know. But there's a beep. Hold on. Paper Slut said room AC tower thing. Okay, I'll leave that alone. Thank you. We have solved that part of the puzzle. Okay, again, she kicks off the shoes. You hear the clunk. And also, to let you know, the family that wanted help doesn't want help anymore. Here we go. I will show this to you. This woman seems to be the spokesman for the family. She said, this is on June 15th, which is telling me that she probably went missing on June 14th. Again, the silence from Oklahoma City Police doesn't make any sense at all. She said, this is my stepdad's daughter. She ran out to the car to get a charger at 3 a.m. day before yesterday. So that would be the 13th. And no one has seen or heard from her since. She is only 13 and has no history of running away or getting into trouble. She didn't take her phone or any of her belongings. Well, it seems to me that she had a charger and she had it charging. What did she go outside for? Or did she? Now, as far as the family silence, or I'm sorry, the family not wanting anyone to talk about this anymore, Estefani goes on to say, this is a family member who says this is her stepdad's daughter. Well, that would be, I don't know. The family relationships have me all kinds of confused. She says they also feel like people are pointing fingers in the wrong direction and that the pitchforks have come out. Well, that happens, when people ask questions that people don't want to answer. Their minds go a different direction. Phone calls claiming they have her and want money. Well, that is absolutely damn insane, and it happens in every case. And I really wish these nutbags would stay the hell off the internet. But hey, I don't make the rules. screaming, "Help me," when it's not her, and hanging up type of stuff. They want people to physically search for her and not pick apart the poster or say something about the video again. Now, pick apart the poster, we have 3 different dates. We have the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. That's a common question. What day did she go missing? There's nothing wrong with asking, what day are we talking about? Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? There's nothing wrong with that. They want people to physically search? Okay, start up a search group. You know your area more than us. Hell, I'll round up some Okies and we'll go out there. We'll go to the police station. We'll do the whole 9 yards. I'm a hop, skip, and a jump from there. But they don't want people to talk about the video. Why? They also want posts that don't have their number on it. Well, I don't blame them for that. The video is clips because that's all it picked up. It's not the most expensive camera. I tried to explain that, and the mob started turning vicious. If we were all around each other, I promise you guys would think differently. If they were trying to hide something, they wouldn't have shared a thing because the cops have written her off as a runaway. Doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. We're not talking about Poto, Oklahoma, where they go, oh, they'll come back. They'll come back. They actually have a lot of posts in Oklahoma City, unless they just happen to drop this one child. Even though they're getting umpteen phone calls, they know there's a social media interest. There's a lot going on here. My understanding is it's not just one RSO in the family, it's 2. Who's living in the house in Oklahoma City? Who was outside when Estefani Rodriguez walked out? Why do they not want us to share her flyer anymore? Why do they not want us to share or talk about the video anymore? I see a puppy dog right here. Okay, I know they tell us not to do this because they say it's only in clips because they don't have a good camera, so it didn't pick everything up. I don't understand that at all. I do not. So either it picked up everything that was going on in the living room, or only a part of it has been provided to us. That's all I know. What is the reflection in the TV? And what time is this really? Does anyone in here have a Ring camera? Because we don't have one. I know what we have, we can see on our app. We have an Arlo camera, and it'll tell you the time and date. Okay, if you look at the reflection, someone is in the living room with her. And no, I'm not saying that the person in the living room did anything. Hang on. Dolores said my app tells me the time and date. Okay. And the beep is from the air conditioner. This looks like a smaller person in the living room with her. I don't know if it's another child. I don't know who it is. Obviously, the puppy is naturalized to what goes on around the house because the puppy is not alarmed by Estefani being up at 3:15 in the morning, if that's the true time. Also, the puppy isn't alarmed by the door opening and shutting, and that normally always got my dogs going. If the door, any door, opens and shuts, they're up thinking there's something to do. This puppy didn't move. The baby crying did not make the puppy move. Okay, so the game system comes on, as you can see on the screen, to charge the phone. You have to have power to charge the phone. So why go outside to get another charger? It's almost like the puppy even woke up for a second and said, nothing to see here, and went back to sleep. Okay, it looks to me, from my uneducated eye, the phone is powering. You see how that circle's in the middle of it? That's what my phone looks like when it starts to charge. It tells you it's charging. Now, it looks like she's looking at another charger. Maybe it's going to charge too slow. I don't know. She needs it charged up for some reason. Probably because she's a kid and wants to mess with her phone. I don't know. Okay, we're going to come back to that. Now, our friend Justin called Oklahoma City police yesterday. I'm going to go through his post. He said, one thing I am not is a liar. Please know her she knows for a fact is a flat out lie. This is from the, I'll just say, family spokesman, the one that's talking the most. Her name is Estefani. And everyone in this family, step, blood related, you name it, they all seem to have different last names. I don't know. Justin called yesterday, spoke with a lovely lady answering the phone. Her name's Jill. Then referred me to the other number in which I called. The secretary said they would return my call to make sure I answered the call. It would show up as either unknown or private, which happens because detectives don't want people to have their direct number. Okay? which Officer Elmore and I spoke for nearly 14 minutes. He was very gracious, kind, and thanked me for calling. I wanted to make sure police had been called, that Estefani had been actually called in as a missing person, since an RSO copy and pasted her stepdad's message. Over the weekend, no one knew at the time this was a copy and paste, so a lot of people assumed Tony Small, the RSO, was with her at the time of the disappearance. But he wasn't there. It was a copy paste. Last I heard, RSOs are not supposed to be on the internet, but it happens quite often. Again, we didn't know at the time it was a copy paste saying he was in the house. Justin said, I will never apologize for being cautious and turning that in to law enforcement. He says, please, Stephanie, don't call me a liar, and that you know for a fact that I didn't call. Anytime I get something wrong, I will own it. Please do the same. Here are my receipts for calling Oklahoma City Police. And here they are. There's the number. Outgoing call, 6 minutes, 36 seconds. That's where they called him back. And that's where Stephanie's saying she knows for a fact it's a lie Justin called. Well, it's not. Now, of course, they're not going to give any information, but no RSO, family or not, just married in, second cousin once removed, doesn't matter, needs to be around kids in any capacity. But Tony was not there. Now, this is according to his wife, Sarah. Again, there is a lot of information that we still need. All right, our friend TCB put a video together over the weekend. We're going to go through it because since she's done this video, we know more. What we don't know is why is Oklahoma City just kind of taking notes when people call? Why have they not put anything on their social media? Why did Lacey Lowry from KOCO say if she can verify Estefani is missing, if she can verify it, she will share her flyer and reach out to law enforcement? Let's put our thinking caps on here. Please, let's put our thinking caps on.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. So this missing 13-year-old girl, she went missing from Oklahoma. Estefani Rodriguez, she's been missing for, I believe now, last seen June 14th, and today is June 23rd.
Hold on. Question from Snow. Crime Lines and Lies, can you confirm the area is really bad? Homeless and drug users at every corner. I can confirm it is not that bad. No. Is there crime in the area? It's Oklahoma City. But not the picture that's being painted. No. Not the picture that's being painted.
Nine days. Tomorrow will be day 10. And there's not a lot of coverage on this missing teen. So I'm going to go over what I was able to find. I didn't do too much digging. It's been kind of a busy day, but I was able to find some information.
Listen to True Crime Beat. I've been doing some digging, but I can only do so much because it's been a busy day. Shannon, what the hell did you have going on? Sorry, I can poke fun at Shannon because we are friends. I've had a busy day.
Information through some groups and folks that have gathered a timeline basically on this so far. Now, what we know so far is that she's 13 years old. She was last seen June 14th, 2024, around 3:15 a.m. Okay, there is a bit of a Ring camera video, which I'm going to show momentarily as well. But it's very strange. I don't know what to.
I agree 100% with the too busy to do shit over the weekend true crime beat that said it is really strange. It's clipped. The Ring camera footage is clipped. It doesn't look like a total download to me. Now, let me tell you something right now. If I gave over my security from my Arlo camera, all you would see is probably the side of our American flag, because I don't know how to clip shit. You all have seen my videos, okay? So I'm not saying that that's what happened, but you can tell it's not the exact same frame. I do have that much of a Steven Spielberg eye. Picking daisies, said Brooks, a bit behind and catching up, but my Ring does give date and time on bottom right corner when I download to share it. So what the hell's going on? I understand taking out other people's faces. Actually, I take that back. I don't. Because anyone that's in the house, not talking about the baby that's crying, anyone that's in the house needs to be part of the video. Hillbilly Tech said it could be a blink camera. They record like 10 seconds at a time. I don't know what that is, so you would have to educate me.
But it's very strange. I don't know what to think of it. Estefani was last seen wearing a gray shirt and black and red PJ pants and no shoes. Now she's seen on the interior surveillance footage taking off her Crocs. So she had Crocs on. Her family stopped at their second home near Southwest 44th Street and South May Avenue in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. They had stopped for the night to pick up her stepsister, and they were all going to Crystal Beach, Texas.
Okay, they were going to Crystal Beach, Texas for vacation. So they stopped at their second home in Oklahoma City to get the stepsister. My understanding is the stepsister is 17 and she's the mother of the baby. What adult lives at that home? What adult lives at that home? Who was speaking after the baby started crying? Were they getting on to Estefani for waking up the baby? I don't know. Who was talking to her? And as far as Oklahoma City not doing anything, people get alerts on their phones here all the time. Amber Alert, endangered runaway, missing and endangered. Where's her mom? Her mom was going on the trip. Her mom could honestly make sense of all of this. Supposedly her dad, not her dad, her stepdad, is back in Arkansas. He had to go to work. All right, so be it. Her mom is still in Oklahoma City for obvious reasons because she's looking for her daughter. And there's all this hooping and hollering. No one's checked the house. No one's grabbed the phone. Call every 5 minutes. 911, 911, 911. I've reached out to people that have the police scanner in Oklahoma City. No one can find a 911 dispatch from the morning of the 14th, the 13th, the 12th, saying we have a missing child. There would at least be a dispatch. There would be something. And if the police say, we've done an investigation, we believe she ran away, but we're going to put out a report saying if you see her, she needs to get back home to her family ASAP. 13-year-olds can run away, but they still have to be found. Oklahoma City has found a bunch of children that have ran away from home, normally with a quickness. And you have to admit, she is a beautiful girl. I'm scared for her being out there. And if the family wants to get a hold of me, I'm easy to find. I'd sit my ass in that police station until somebody takes that phone and helps me.
Family recently, within 8 months, moved to Arkansas. So basically, they were on their way to vacation. And the interior surveillance footage, she's seen trying to charge her phone and possibly getting frustrated with getting it charged. Also, it appears she could be receiving messages due to flashing lights seen coming from the phone in the video. Her phone was left sitting by the TV in the house. Her family does have her phone, so she did not have her phone with her. And they have not seen anything out of the ordinary on the phone. As of June 20th, LE has not checked her phone for any kind of information. It's a little frustrating that.
Okay, hold on one second. Mermaid said there is some reason why 911 wasn't called. I'm not saying they weren't called. I'm just saying that people that have checked their scanner apps and things like that are friends of ours that live in the city, so they can't find anything. But that could be because of all the different dates. You see, we have the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. That is a big deal. And we need to get it straight. Who is the RSO in the family? Is it stepsisters, boyfriend, and Sarah's husband, Tony, or is it just Sarah's husband, Tony?
That it seems like there's not a lot going on, and that's frustrating me. 13-year-old, yeah, she could have run away, but they were on their way to vacation, so why would she run away? To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, the exterior cameras, there was a front camera only, which is very glitchy, does not show her. The camera in the front does yell, "You're being recorded." Now, there's no other known camera footage of her in the area at this time. Her social media is known. She's on Instagram and Snapchat. There was a police report made, and law enforcement is treating this as if she's a runaway. Now, family's been in contact with her friends and family members in the area, and pretty much that's what's known. Let me pull up the video and what was posted online initially when I saw this. Initially, I saw this posted, and this has been since updated, but I initially saw this posted on Missing People in America. Here's what they have to say, and we all agree with this first sentence. The case has been very frustrating, not only for the fact that the media is not covering it, but police have not put out any statements.
That in itself is bizarre, because Oklahoma City police put stuff on their social media for missing dogs, people that have stolen shoes, missing children. They have a fast presence with missing children. Several years ago, we were in Oklahoma City, me and DT Driver. They had a neighborhood on lockdown. The police force was out there looking for a little boy. He was like 2-3 years old. And they were going door to door to door, knocking on doors. Need you to search your property. If you can't, we'll do it for you. They had helicopters out. They had the whole neighborhood blocked off. So it's a little insane to me that people are jumping to the conclusion that law enforcement is doing nothing. Astro Farm from space, but was the little boy white? No, he was a little African American boy. Bad area. I'm gonna tell you one, yeah, real bad area. There would at least be an alert to look for her. And I could be wrong. They could just be like, okay, out of all the crime we have, we just don't care about this one. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You do a Google search, there's really nothing on it. It's just fellow YouTubers and folks on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, I mean, all that posting. There's really nothing else out there. She's now listed in the NC, the NCMEC, Center for Missing and Exploited Children database. This organization, Missing People in America, was not the first organization to report on her case. They reported it on 5 days after it was first released by multiple nonprofits. But I did see it through Missing People in America first. They released the information that was given to them by a relative of the family, not based on information that was already made in public. So this is, they posted this a day ago. So late yesterday, they were sent 3-ring clips by the family, all out of order and without context. So again, the video is very strange, and it's already strange, and there's not a lot of context to it. So yeah, we were left trying to determine the order and what we were looking at. We initially released the clips unedited, all out of order, but were immediately asked to blur the house and everything to the right. We immediately took it down late last night, re-releasing the clips, and placed a black block over the screen. Doing this, we missed critical information. It was...
Okay, I'm going to rewind that a little bit. I want to know why anything was blacked out. Everyone in that house, including the little baby and the dog, are important. Now, also for the area, I'm going to say this. There's a lot of cameras. There's a lot of cameras all over Oklahoma City. You can't tell me that on that block, not one person has a security camera outside of their house. You can't tell me that the nearest traffic light, because they love to send tickets in the damn mail, didn't have a camera. You can't tell me that the nearest convenience store she would have had to have walked by doesn't have many cameras. No. With the security footage, any of it, you don't black out anything. And I'm not blaming the people that did it, but it does raise some alarm when someone wants you to do that.
Re-releasing the clips and placed a black block over the screen. Doing this, we missed critical information. It was not realized until today, that would have been Saturday, yesterday, that the timestamps on the footage, they are wrong, okay? Adding major context, showing we had the last 2 clips out of order. They were completely unaware that there was a timestamp, nor did anyone message us to ask to check. There's also 2 people in this room other than the missing child, all to the right, and I believe they are in the blocked, redacted section. With the 2 persons blending in, again, they're not realizing they were there until today. So the latest information provided by the family is the police took a phone report. So they took a report over the phone, and they never came to the house, and they are considering her a runaway. I don't think she's a runaway. I don't. But again, it's possible, but it just seems to me, if you're going on vacation, why would you run away? With the police never coming out to the home, they never collected the phone or anything. The phone was found right where you see it left at 3:15 a.m. Her shoes were still in the house, those Crocs. At 4 a.m., the family woke up and started driving around looking for her. Because the police labeled her a runaway, the media is not covering the story. So that's an issue.
No, the media covers runaways quite often, especially KOCO. They've picked up a lot of crazy cases, and runaway cases don't go on this long. Now, the time they called 911 would be important. So the ring cam, the interior cameras at 3:15, because supposedly their outside cameras had all been stolen. Hell if I know. So you're telling me between 3:15 a.m. and 4 a.m. they had already deemed her a runaway? So she's looking for a phone charger. We're going to go through it again. She kicks off her Crocs to go outside. We're missing something huge here.
We need to get the media to cover this. It's now, like I said, it's 9 days. 9 days. Now, the family, again, like they said in the previous the little timeline, is that they were going to Crystal Beach, Texas, driving from Northwest Arkansas. They stopped in Oklahoma City, added only 30 minutes to their 10-hour trip. The family stopped for dinner, then arrived at their old home at 10 p.m. The video you see, you're seeing it below, but I'm going to put it full up here in a moment, that's the old home. So that's the home in Oklahoma City. Now, the family lives in Arkansas presently. The flashing you see in the footage on her phone is the infrared face sensor on her iPhone. It's completely invisible to the naked eye and only picked up by the night vision camera. This clip ends at 3:15 a.m., which is the last time Estefani was seen. Based on the family statement, there's no actual proof she ever left the house, only assumptions. So I'm going to try to pull this up. So it's all been blurred out over there, but that's her. Again, she's plugging in her phone to charge by the TV. And it's like a baby crying. Takes off her shoes, heads down this hallway. So it's like she's looking for something. I don't know if she's having trouble getting her phone on the charger or what. Because that's exactly what it looks like she's trying to do, is charge her telephone, her phone. So that's it. I'm going to play it one more time.
Okay. So Shannon's going through the video again. I'm going to try to call Oklahoma City Police. Hopefully it doesn't get me shut down. And just ask them what the hell is going on. I'm not a taxpayer in Oklahoma County, but I'm a taxpayer in Oklahoma. Well, technically, DT Driver is. But don't tell OJ that, because he thinks he's the only one that does anything around here. Figure out what the hell is really going on. Give me a second. And it's pretty early in the game for people to be shutting down Facebook groups, refusing to share flyers, and YouTubers to just all of a sudden say, I'm not talking about this case anymore. Well, the worst they're going to do is tell me to jump on a pogo stick and spin. 2121.
The Oklahoma City Police Department. All operators are assisting other callers. An operator will be with you shortly. Do not hang up. It will only delay your call. The following tones are for the hearing impaired.
Este es el departamento de la policía de la ciudad de Oklahoma. Todos los operadores se encuentran atendiendo a otros clientes. En un momento, un operador estará atendiéndole. Haga favor de no colgar. Si cuelga, su llamada será retrasada.
This is the Oklahoma City Police Department. All operators are assisting other callers. An operator will be with you shortly. Do not hang up. It will only delay your call. The following tones are for the hearing impaired.
Este es el departamento de la policía de la ciudad de Oklahoma. Todos los operadores se encuentran atendiendo a otros clientes. En un momento, un operador estará atendiéndole. Haga favor de no colgar. Si cuelga, su llamada será retrasada.
This is the Oklahoma City Police Department. All operators are assisting other callers. An operator will be with you shortly. Do not hang up. It will only delay your call. The following tones are for the hearing impaired.
See, it looks like she's got the flashlight on her phone too, because she's trying to see what she's doing. And then she finally gets it, I guess, on the charger. And that's the end of the video. Again, this is very, very strange to me. She comes out, puts her phone on the charger, and appears to head back to bed. That's what I'm assuming. And then she's just gone. Why would she leave the house without her phone and without her shoes? That's what I want to know. Now, the family, of course, there's apparently an alleged RSO in the family. Those that don't know, it registered SEX offender related to that family. I'm looking more into that before I say anything about that. But it's very strange to me, the whole entire thing. And I don't know. I want to put this out there because we need to be on the lookout for Estefani Rodriguez. She went missing, disappeared, and people don't just disappear, although they do, from Oklahoma. And her family recently moved to Arkansas, and they were on their way to Texas. So again, let's keep her face out there. Let's keep the word out and hope that we can find this 13-year-old and bring her home safe and sound. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.
Departamento de la policía de la ciudad de Oklahoma. Todos los operadores se encuentran atendiendo a otros clientes. En un momento, un operador estará atendiendo.
I've been listening to this shit for 3 minutes and 59 seconds. That's a time of my life I will never get back. Takes forever to get them on the phone. Tulsa's the same way. You call 911 and they have to answer real quick. Okay, I turned it down. Here we go. Hi, my name is Brooks, and I had a question about a girl that is missing in the Oklahoma City area. I'm outside of Tulsa. Her name is Estefani Rodriguez.
What's your question about her?
Well, there's nothing on Oklahoma City's Facebook page, any of their social media. Do you guys need help putting up flyers, or are you going to organize a search, or what?
Were you the one that called in to report her missing?
No.
Okay. I can put a call in for an officer to give you a phone call about it, or I can give you information to the missing person unit, and you can see if you can talk to an investigator over there. Which would you prefer?
Oh, yeah, let me get my pen and paper, and I can talk to someone in that unit. Go ahead.
Okay, give me just a second. Let me look the phone number up.
Thanks, hon.
You're welcome. Persons. Okay, the missing person unit phone number is 405.
Oh, hang on, my pen's dying. Hang on, my pen's dying. 405.
297. 1129.
11.
And that's the main phone number for that missing person unit.
Do you know why nothing has been posted on social media about her missing?
I don't. You'll have to talk to them and ask them what's going on.
All right, hon, I'll call him. All right, bye-bye.
No, bye-bye.
All right, well, her ass was somewhat helpful. Let's try this. 5-2-9-7-1129.
Missing persons.
Hi, my name is Brooks. I live outside of Tulsa, and I've been getting all this on social media about a little girl that's missing out of Oklahoma City. Estefani.
Okay, I'll put you on the phone with the detective.
All right, cool. God.
This is Detective Lucas.
Well, hi, my name is Brooks. I live outside. I live in the Glenpool area, but I've been seeing a lot on my social media about missing.
The stuff on it?
Yeah. Are you guys going to be organizing any searches or anything?
Well, if we had a place to search,
Oh.
we don't have that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean,
Do
there's
you
no.
have information on it? Or?
Nope, not at all. I've just had a lot of people reaching out to me about my podcast, and it just seems like everything I'm hearing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. As far as the posts and stuff, there's not much information to go on. So,
Because they're saying that
my phone's ringing up.
she just walked outside, and I'm like, well, I mean, there's got to be
Yeah.
cameras or something out there.
Well, not in that area. So, I mean, we're working on it. If you have any information, I'll take it, but I'm not going to give you a rundown on the investigation.
Oh, gosh, no. I wouldn't expect that at all. No, I mean, basically, it's just all online rumors right now, and that probably won't help you at all.
No. And, I came in this morning to a handful of tips, but they're all, expired. Like, they didn't call 911 when it occurred, and, so.
And so you're aware of there's a couple of RSOs in her family.
I talk to the family often.
Okay, well, keep up the good work.
Yep.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye. And no, I don't expect him to tell me anything. They have been to the house. As far as the phone, I don't know. I don't know if they have it or they don't. And we all know that when you talk to detectives, when you talk to investigators, they're not going to tell you what they know. Hell no. And they would be stupid to do that. Now, watch me get my damn channel shut down for doing that live. But I mean, at least he took the call. He said, yep, we talk to the family often. Probably because they're reaching out to them. Like he said, we have nothing to go on. Now let's think about this. These are his words, not mine. This is the man over the investigation. He said, we have nothing to go on. If we knew where to search, we would. Well, then what's going on? How do they know? How do they not know where to search? Who's not telling them what? The hell's going on? And also, I can't speak for Oklahoma City, but I can say a lot of times in Tulsa, they don't take possession of electronics. They have a different unit that gets into them a different way. They don't want to alert anyone. He said they don't know where to search. I mean, I guess you could run dogs all over the state of Oklahoma. What are you going to do? They don't know where she went missing. That's what he said. They don't, he said if we knew where to search, we would. Dogs can only track if they know where to send them. He said they don't know where to search. I'm going to go back through it. I'll listen to it again. But there's something just really stinking to high heaven here. Well, you guys are the absolute best. We are going to continue to follow this. He said there's no cameras in that area, so put me in the corner and call me baby, because I assumed there was. You could clearly hear it in his voice, where if we knew where to search, we would. I think instead of looking at law enforcement and what they're not doing, look at what other people are not doing. Now I have way more questions than I had before. Want to say thank you so much to you guys for being here. 100%. Hopefully, more is going to come out today in this case. And let's just keep our chin up and wonder what the hell is really going on here. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you, True Crime Beat, for putting together an awesome video. And just do your best to stay cool today, because y'all are the coolest people I know. Love you to pieces. See ya soon.